A discipline of a master was very talkative. He used to talk all the time, keep talking here and there all the day. If he went for begging, he would bring a new story from every house and narrate to their other discipline of a ashram. Abuse one discipline to another. He do gossips and try to be nice to other, keep praising himself from his own mouth, and always try to prove himself as most intelligent and perfect discipline in front of master. He considered himself to be different and superior from all the discipline. He said that I am a boy from a rich family. If I wanted to, I could live a comfortable and luxury life, but I left all that and come here because I wanted to find the truth. I want to know myself. I want to know life. That's why my sacrifice is biggest one. One day priest called all the discipline to the ashram and said, all of you have to take some resolution for the next 1 month. This will strengthen your resolve and you will have a communication of a self power. All of you can take any resolution according to your capability, and before 1 month, however of you break your resolve, he goes to back to his old routine. All the discipline took big or small resolution according to his power and left from there after telling the master about their resolution. But the talkative discipline want to show himself different and bigger. That's why he reached the master hut and said, I don't want to make any small resolution, rather want to make a big and great resolution like myself. Please tell me what resolution should I take? The teacher smiled after listening to their talkative discipline and said, will you able to fulfill the resolution given by me? Would it be possible for you to fulfill that? No, that is not possible for you. You can't finish it. So find your own resolution. The discipline said, no teacher, I will fulfill whatever resolution you give me. You tell me please. The teacher said, okay. Then you will be quiet for a next month. Won't even get a word out of your mouth. That's your resolution. The discipline said, teacher, is this a resolution? This is very easy, only have to keep quiet for a month. Give me a big resolution which deserve my credit, which I have to trouble in completing. The teacher said, first you fulfill this resolution. The discipline obeyed the master. He fell silent at the same time and turned and went out of the hut. He found it much easier to keep quiet. He somehow spent a day quietly, but from the second day, the burden of not speaking started increasing his mind. On the third day, he started feeling heavy, and the fourth day, a strange uneasiness began to develop in him. Because all the discipline of the ashram were talking to each other, he also wanted to present his side to them, wanted to stop their talking, but his determination stood in his way. That's why he used to make only mouth and eye all the day. Few more days passed like this, and the discipline fell ill. His head was going to explode. He don't even feel like eating or drinking. He just want to speak. Went to the master and sat in front of him and told him through writing, Master, I want to speak. I can't breathe without saying. I am suffocating. I am going crazy inside. What can I do? Should I break my resolution? Master smiled after reading this and said, resolutions are meant to be broken, but one who fulfill his resolution, only he can increase his inner strength. He moved forward on the path of intelligence and awakening. It was in your hand to take the resolution, and it's up to you to break it. Many of your co-discipline have break their resolution and return to their old routine. If you are not able to do it, then you can also break your resolution and go back to your old routine. But remember, if today you are not able to handle this small resolution, so how do you handle the rest of your life? I doubt it. Anyway, the decision is completely in your hand. He went back without saying anything and locked himself in his hut. He used to come out of the hut only for his necessary work. The rest of the time he used to sit inside the cottage. 15 days had passed, and the resolution of all the students in the ashram was almost broken. But the resolution of the talk active discipline was still going on. He haven't said a word since the taking the pledge. The whole ashram was surprised as to how the man who spoke so much became silent. After 15 days, he has gone back to his master and told in a writing, "Hey master, I am silent from outside, but there are so many voices inside me. There is a lot of whining and complaining. I am keep talking inside my mind, keeps asking all kind of questions. The quieter I am outside, the more noisy on inside. I am doubting if my resolution still holds." The master said, "Yes, your resolution is still going on, but as long as people's voice keep falling in your ears, your mind will keep on talking, because you have a habit of speaking. You may be silent on outside, but inside you keep on saying. You have to go away from this thing and voices." The discipline leave after greeting the master. At dawn he leaves his hut and goes to the forest. Many days pass at the time of resolution is also fulfilled, but the discipline does not came back. Everyone in the ashram feared that the wild animals had eaten him. In the meantime, people tried hard to find him, but he is nowhere to be found. All the discipline of a master had accepted that wild animals made him their prey, but the master didn't think so. One day a discipline from a ashram came to a master and, "Master, what happened to the talk active discipline? Would the animal have killed him?" The master said, "The animal may have hunted him down, but there could be another reason for his not returning. Maybe he got what he wanted." Therefore a discipline asked, "Is it harmful to speak too much?" The master said, "It is also one of many miseries of human life, that he can never be silent. He always keeps saying something. More than half of our suffering is caused by our speaking alone. The reason for the fighting of the most of our families is our unnecessary talk. None of us want to be silent. We just want to say to the people in front of whatever it is in our mind. We want to put in his mind, want to make him understand that you are wrong and I am right. How far is it fair? Because the other one is doing the same, and that's how everyone talking in each other rotten stuff. Then over time keep counting the layers of the same thing and tell each other." In this way, the work of listening and reciting continues throughout the life. But in this ignorance, we lose our time, our life, our understanding, and most importantly, that the precious moment that can be lived, that can be experienced, in which pleasure can be found. But what we do, we get in return is nothing. All goes to a waste. What we have lost in their madness. Only a few people realize that rest of the people do not know about their arrival, just as they do not about their departure. The discipline said that what is its solution? The master said, "Watching your thoughts with full awareness. That's the only way out of your mental problems, friend. Stay in a present and do your work with full awareness. Brings marvelous change in this life." This is the saying of famous Zen master Sunryo Suzuki. 3 months had passed since that talk active discipline had left the ashram, but there was no news of him. But now even all the co-discipline had given up hope of his returning. But one day he returned to the ashram. Everyone was surprised and happy to see him. But now he haven't that one who left. He came back as something else. A strange change could be felt in him. There was a strange expression on his face and great peace in his mind. As soon as he came to the ashram, all the disciplines surrounded him from the all sides and start talking. He also started talking to his brothers. All the discipline who talked to him felt that he wouldn't excited and talk active as he used to be. Every word come out of his mouth very sweetly and carefully. After talking to the other discipline for a while, he went toward the master. He touched the feet of the master and said, "Master, am I still silent? Is my resolution still on?" The teacher looked intently into the eyes of the discipline for the some time and said, "Yes, you are still silent. Not a single word is coming out of your mouth, and your resolution still holds." The discipline said, "Master, when I left the ashram, then I was silent with my mouth, but there were so many voices inside me. I had lot of questions and they was not stopping, so I went deeper into the woods in the hope that I will find peace there and the chatter in my mind will subside. But the more I went into the solitude, the voice inside me get louder. I start hearing the old voice inside me. Then I realized how wrong I was when I used to say bad things to my family members, friend and co-discipline. So at that time I thought that I was right when I used to backbite the group brothers and made fun of them, even that I thought so I am better than them and I am doing right. But that day I felt for the first time how wrong I was. For a long time these voices, these complaints keep going on inside me, but slowly all this sound is going from inside me. Now I am silent inside too. There was no one to speak from outside. Is that dense forest? And there was no voice left inside. I understood the true meaning of silence for the first time that day. There was so much peace around me, although there were still some voices that used to came before, but I couldn't hear them. But now I could hear all these voices clearly: the sound of the wind, the sound of a bird chirping, the sound of a water flow, the humming sound of a bumblebee. I heard it in a full consciousness for the first time. I have never felt so peaceful around me. You are the first time I took a word out of my mouth to disturb the peace. I screamed, "Oh God, which kind of peace it is? Why is everything so quiet? What happened?" But even after I screamed, that peace was not disturbed. Everything is as it was the silent before outside and also inside. Oh Master, I talk to my group brothers, I talk to you, I am speaking, I am walking, I am watching everything. But I am all alone inside. I am silent. Even when I am in a crowd, I am lonely and alone inside. I am still alone when I want to make noise in myself. Now everything is visible, everything is here. The master said, as long as keep talking on the outside, there will be unrest inside the day. We turn inward, then whatever came out of our mouth, we will stay calm. All the evils in the world mostly arise from our speaking, because we don't want to be silent. We talk more than we need. We don't want to listen to the other person, rather want him to stop talking. We want to let him know who I am, want to show him all the capabilities. Only this remains the purpose of our life. All our energy is wasted in talking in vain. The life of such a husband-wife is fulfilled with sorrow, who always busy in arguing with each other, never wanna hear each other, do not want to understand. They never learn to remain silent, because being silent only makes them feel small. The reason for all the wars in a world is our speaking. That's why we should only speak as much as necessary, because talking nonsense wastes energy, and speaking never lets us turn inward, because it's keep pulling us out. And what is there outside expect this world? But if we want to turn to our inner world, so this mouth should keep shut. That's why all those who became enlightened run toward solitude, so that they don't have to talk too much, don't have to listen too much. They have to be alone and be quiet, so they could easily travel inward. But if someone wants, even after living in this world, he can live in solitude, can stay calm. But for this, they must have saved their energy, which they were till wasting in meaningless words. Friend, the lesson of this story is that speaking in vain destroy your energy, and saying this don't let us go back inside, because it keep us leaning outward. Those who want to travel within themselves must keep their mouths shut. I hope you like this story.